Download the BCSN Plus app today.
Like Michigan, Bowling Green's starting quarterback isn't exactly set in stone just yet, but Missouri transfer Drew Pyne is making a push as the front runner for the Falcons. Now, he recently represented BGSU at MAC Media Day. Here's a look back at our conversation. Back out here at Ford Field for MAC Media Day, and I'm now joined by grad transfer quarterback at Bowling Green, Drew Pyne. Thanks so much for being here with me.
Thank you for having me.
You've been a bit of a journeyman in college football with stops at Notre Dame, Arizona State, Missouri. What was it, though, about Bowling Green that now attracted you to join the Falcons?
Yeah, Coach George, he's an incredible leader. He's a guy that the whole team truly looks up to and truly respects. When he talks, we listen, and our whole coaching staff is really that way as well. Travis Partridge, our offense coordinator, he's a guy that played the position of quarterback. His dad was a defensive coach, so he knows how the defensive game works. And last year, his quarterback threw for 3,000 yards. They threw the ball over 30 times a game, and he really relates his offense to the players he has. So I've had an incredible time with those two guys. I took a visit here and really meshed well with guys on the team, and it's a great culture. And Coach George is really building an incredible culture at Bowling Green, and I'm very happy to be a part of it.
If you had to give our viewers like a scouting report of yourself for what they can expect, what would you say?
I'm a guy that'll do whatever it takes to win the game. I love winning, I love playing football, and I love being a part of a team. I've played on a lot of teams, and that's why I'm still playing football, because I love going through such hardship in the summer. Shout out to Coach Chris Fenelon, our head strength coach. He put us through the hardest workouts of maybe my career this summer, and doing that, working so hard in the off season, working hard in camp, and then going out there and playing with 100 of your brothers, is going to war essentially in the fall, is something that I love to do. So for me personally, I'll put it all on the line every single game. I'll never ever give up, and you'll get a lot of juice from me, a lot of juice from our offense and our whole team. So we're excited about this year.
You see the culture now that Eddie George is building within the program, and he obviously selected you to come here to MAC Media Days. Just what does that say about what he sees in you as a representative of the program he wants to have, especially at least in year one?
Yeah, no, I mean, this is a great honor to be his quarterback and to be here at MAC Media Day and be a part of this league. We've won 12 MAC championships at Bowling Green. We've been to a bowl game 3 years in a row. Football means something in Bowling Green, Ohio, and it means something to the community. It means something to the student body, and means something to all of us. So, being able to play for Coach George, like I said earlier, the whole entire team truly listens and respects him. And when even walking into this stadium with his son, and Coach George was leading us into this stadium, I felt like I was walking into a game, and I felt good with him leading us out. So. He's going to put a lot of confidence into us, and I'll tell you, we're going to play hard for him.
So talking about that confidence and the history of success at Bowling Green, what do you see as the goals for this season?
We have a pretty tough schedule to start off, and so we're really just headed into camp. I'm focused on the present, and we start camp on Monday. We start practice next week, and we play Lafayette on the 28th. So I think we're focused on that, and we're going to take it week by week. We got some difficult teams on our schedule, and but we'll be ready for them, and I know Coach George will make us be ready for them. So I'm very excited.
You mentioned the schedule. 2 of your first 4 games are against Power 4 opponents in Cincinnati and Louisville. How do you think that those early challenges, though, as daunting as maybe they may seem on paper right now, could also be to the benefit of this team?
I've actually played against both those teams in my past, so I'm excited to get another shot at them, and I'm excited for this whole team to go out there and show the whole country what we have, because we worked really hard this whole off season. We're excited to go into camp. We're excited to compete. We got some guys that really have a chip on their shoulder, so I'm very excited to show everyone what we got.
And then finally, if you just kind of had to describe the offensive identity that you hope to see from this team, what would you say?
I'd say toughness. I think we have a lot of talent on our team. We have a very veteran O-line. Starting with the left tackle, Tunde Fatukasi, Jake Burns, Alex Padgett, Andrew Kilfoyle, Nate Paps. Shout out Nate. I went to his wedding this past Saturday, and those guys have all played a lot of football, and that's the heart and soul of our offense. And at the skill positions, we got really great talent as well. R.J. Garcia, Finn Hogan, Alan Middleton, Reese Scottsdale, Austin Clay, Alan Middleton. I mean, I could keep going on and on. I could name, 5 different running backs, and our tight end room is really deep as well. So, I think we're gonna be explosive. We're gonna throw the ball. We're gonna run the ball. But it all starts with that seasoned O-line, and those guys have taken me in under their wing, and I'm so happy and grateful for it. So, expect us to have some juice this year. We're gonna come out firing.